to be careful because it can really tear your head off, and you can be left really, scared. And I've had experiences where, afterwards, I'm scared to do DMT again, to be honest.
Really?
I know that I will eventually, but right now it's something that I don't want to think about because the last one that I had was so huge and so deep, and I'm still having, memories come up about it and realizations and stuff. And I think...
When was that?
I did it 2 months ago, maybe.
And what happened?
Well, it was a big one. I don't smoke it. I can't smoke it. So I had to do it intravenous, which is safe. I'm clean about it. It's not like a junkie sort of thing. So I had to do that. And
why can't you smoke it?
I waste it. I'm not a smoker, so
Right.
I immediately cough. And,
yeah, it's tricky. I had a hard time the first time. Well, I've only done it once for that show, but I screwed up the first time because I just,
It's harsh, it's really hard to keep in and stuff. And so, I wanted to have a full breakthrough experience. And so that was the only way to do it for me.
Wow. Okay, so you mix it into a solution and then intravenous.
Yeah.
And I think you put it on your report, was it like certain 70 milligrams or 78
It was
milligrams?
68.
68, okay.
Yeah.
But if you're doing it intravenously as opposed to smoking it, is there like a huge difference of what you should do? Because when you smoke it, you don't get a lot of it in. How did you know that was the dose you needed?
Well, I'm not the one that is in charge of that. It's my partner who does that kind of stuff. So,
because the one thing about smoking that made me feel good and that you hear everyone say is that it's almost self-regulating, because like I've took that fourth pull and Alexander was like, do it, and I did it, and then I broke through. But if I didn't, I wasn't going to get there. But I couldn't have done the fifth because I wasn't around for the fifth. I was somewhere else. So that was the one thing that it kind of...
What I liked about the intravenous is that I don't have a choice.
Right, okay.
Is that I'm going,
Okay.
whether I like it or not, I'm going.
Okay.
So yeah, it's instant, just shot through a tunnel kind of thing. I had no, I completely left this reality. I don't really remember the trip in order. So much went on, and I'm still, there's still big chunks of it that I don't remember. But did you want me to go through what I do remember?
If you want to.
Well, I'll talk about a couple things that were really interesting. I felt, there was this one part where, I was laying in this kind of hospital bed thing in this black room that was covered in all these geometric patterns. And there were these DMT beings all standing around me. And it was terrifying. I felt like I had either just died or was just born. I couldn't tell the difference. And I knew that, these beings around me were sort of making sure that I was okay, sort of thing. They were checking me out and sort of checking my vitals kind of thing. So that was really weird.
But it was safe. They weren't terrorizing you.
Yeah, it was safe. I mean, I felt completely taken care of, and they weren't malicious or anything. An interesting one, a memory that just came back to me a couple days ago. I was, again, laying on this table, and, all these beings around me in this colorful room with all these patterns and stuff. And all I could hear was this kind of dial-up modem noise, but really sped up and really just crazy fast. And, all the beings around me it looked like they were spewing out this technicolored, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just all these shapes and stuff, and it was going into my body or my spirit. And, my body was kind of twitching and stuff, and my eyes were wide open, my mouth was wide open, and what it felt like was I was being, information was being downloaded into me. Yeah, that was just really, really amazing.
Terrifying at all?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, it was strange. There's nothing normal about it.
Okay.
So it does have kind of an odd vibe to it. But no, I didn't feel like I was in any danger or anything.
How long were you under for?
I think the entire thing lasted about 20 minutes, and I was gone for maybe 10. And then when I came back around, it was, I was still in it, but.
And that was your
here
first
again.
proper DMT experience, because before, when you tried to smoke it, it just didn't go
Yeah.
very well.
I mean, I had an IV before, but it was a lower dose, and I still had kind of one foot in this reality.
Okay.
Didn't go as far.
But those things you described to me don't sound necessarily like super terrifying, but you also said you're hesitant to go back. Why?
Well, there was a part of it where I thought I had lost my mind. I was in this like spirit soup, I call it. I was just this like blob, stuck in this blobby stuff, just moving around, and I thought that that's what my mind had become, and I kept repeating this thing over and over and over and over and over, and it was just, I don't know, it just terrified me.
Okay.
And when I came back around, I thought there were paramedics in the room. I thought something had gone completely wrong. I could feel them touching me. I could see them. They looked like people, with doctor's stuff on and whatever.
Wow.
But they eventually vanished, and I saw more DMT beings in the room. There was one like sitting on the bed holding my arm, which I could feel. But they made me feel really safe. And
And you call them DMT beans.
yeah, I don't know what else to call them.
No, I never
or
heard that
gingerbread
term.
man. That's
Okay.
also another thing that I call them.
Okay. Now, anyone listening will be like, "Oh my gosh, Taylor, you're crazy." I mean, these are like serious experiences. You have a lot of